In 1904, a book was published called The Klansman, A Romance of the Ku Klux Klan. It was written by a man called Thomas Dixon, who was supposed to be a reverend, but his name was Thomas Dixon. This book became so popular, it became a Broadway play. They put it on as a Broadway play. By 1908, in 1908, a very tall, dark-skinned black man, bald-headed black man with a gold tooth, became heavyweight champion of the world. His name was Jack Johnson. He went all over the world, from Australia to the United Kingdom, looking for white men to beat up. And he did. He even dated white women. So it is amazing that he was not lynched. It's an amazing thing. Jack London, who wrote the book White Fang, Jack London was on the radio at the time, and he said that we need a great white hope. Speaking to all the Caucasians out in the United States, we need a great white hope. By 1915, D.W. Griffith, movie maker, turned that book, The Klansman, into a movie and called it The Birth of a Nation. A movie about the KKK being heroes. Of course, that's the book. And I would say to someone who's African American, you should watch that movie. If you can, you should watch all 3 hours of it if you can stand it. 3 hours of a silent film. Watch it, because then you might understand. Of course, you understand what's happening today in the United States, but you get it and you understand what the hell it keeps happening. White supremacy, it just keeps happening. Why does it keep happening? That's my whole point of me doing this YouTube channel. I'm trying to understand, why does it keep happening? Because let's understand it. 100 years later, of course, a black man became United States president. Barack Obama became president in 2008, literally 100 years later. He did the impossible. Just as Jack Johnson did 100 years prior. He did the impossible. And we watched that happen. And we were elated. Immediately, white people got pissed off. Let's be real. Caucasians got pissed off. And they wanted a great white hope. They started out with some bullshit called the Tea Party. But they needed a great white hope. And by 2015, their great white hope came into view. He came down that fucking elevator and stood in front of us and began to speak racism speak. And Caucasians said, okay, he speaks for me. When he said, well, yeah, the Mexicans are they're sending out their rapists and their criminals, and I guess some are good people. Caucasians said, yep, he speaks for me. So they got their great white hope. So let's understand it. Just as it was in 1915, and how that movie, The Birth of a Nation, supposedly, allegedly, well, it did, made the KKK, fashionable all over again, and lynchings ratchet up more and more. The killing of black men and the raping of white women, and black hamlets and towns being razed to the ground. We are now there again. We are there again. The Klan marching up Pennsylvania Avenue in 1920, and now they're standing outside of Walt Disney World. That's where we are today. And that's what these people who call themselves MAGA want to see. They want to see the dead, mangled black body. They want to see that. We're there again. And I'm saying this to have all of we African Americans be prepared for what's about to happen. Because, see, they don't need for Donald Trump to become president. They don't. They don't need that. All that they want to do is change the law and make the law into something that that used to be in 1905. They've already done it with abortions. They brought back those 1900 laws, those 1901, 1905, 1890 laws that govern the bodies of women. They brought them back. So don't be crazy. If you think that they will not bring them back for your black ass, you're crazy. They will do it. They're trying to do it. They call it Project 2025. Understand, that's where we are today. So if you black folk who want to vote for this man and think all is hunky dory, think all is well, all is good, just understand it. The Constitution, we had to make that thing work for us. The Constitution. We had to make the law work for us. And they are trying to take that away. Literally. And we are looking at them do it. We're watching them do it. And he has already said he becomes president. He's going to introduce martial law. He's going to put that out. He's going to enact martial law. And if you plan to go out and protest his becoming president, or someone of African descent being murdered by the cops or whatever it may be, they will send troops into your cities and shoot you down in the street. Understand what he's going to do. And you have no kind of recourse. The federal government would do nothing because he will already call himself dictator. He will already have been remade the laws to benefit him and how he sees you. He does not care about you. Let's understand, he doesn't. He's ready to bring us back to Make America Great Again, 1850, when Caucasian men made decisions for everybody. Let's understand it. That's where we are today. We're about to encounter something that we in this generation have never seen, but our grandparents and great-grandparents, and we know those folks, they had to come out of that, and they had to put their bodies on the line to make the United States what it is. They had to do that. Apparently, that's what we're going to have to do. Whether it is you speaking or saying something or going out in the streets or whatever it may be, you being up on YouTube and speaking truth to power and not the silliness that we see up on YouTube and internet and Instagram. Not the silliness, but the speaking truth to power. We are there in the moment where they want to see the mangled black body, the mangled dead black body hanging from the fucking trees. We are there.